Good evening. This is Mike in Georgia, and you've reached the winning team training call for this Thursday evening. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Don,
Good evening, Don.
how are you this evening?
Oh, doing pretty good. Doing pretty good.
Good.
We're trying an experiment here. We've got some what they call solar curtains, or thin mylar plastic with a highly reflective surface. We're putting them up inside on all the windows to see if it will help reduce the air conditioning bill this summer.
Oh,
I don't know if it will or not, but we're going to try it. Our air conditioning bill runs in the summertime up as much as $800 a month, so
wow.
that's we're hoping.
That's as bad as heating cost up here.
Yeah, our heating's not too bad down here. We don't have much problem there. We heat with gas, but air conditioning in the summertime when the humidity gets so high and the temperature gets so high here, it just eats us up. So today we've been putting up these reflective curtains on all the windows, and it don't look the prettiest in the world, but hopefully it will help.
Yeah, if it saves you money, it don't have to look pretty.
That was kind of my philosophy.
Yeah, I could stand heat, but I can't stand heat and humidity.
No, that's the problem. The heat is bearable, but when the heat and the humidity get together, it's not bearable. And
Yeah.
we and the air conditioner, it just can't keep up with it at all. We run 100 plus degrees in the summertime, most every day. When we get over into July and August and September, with the humidity up too, it's a real challenge there. Good evening. This is Mike in Georgia, and you've reached our winning team training call. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
David Mincy.
I just knew that was
From
you. Good evening. Glad to have you
Good
How
in
are
here.
you?
evening, David.
Good evening, Don. Did you get my message, Don?
Yeah, did I replied to it? Did you get it or haven't
Well,
been back on yet?
I've been working all day, and I have just now sat down to the computer so I could make the call.
Yeah, I posted a blog article today about that, uh, about using that icon to see your article before you publish it.
Yeah, I went in and edited them all and spaced them like like you told me to, and I put
Uh,
links in all of them. So I was a good boy. They're readable now.
Well, that's good.
yep, that's the important thing.
Let's see here. See if we can just pull a few of them up here and see what they look like. Well, that's a little better. It does have some spacing in there.
Yeah, well, check out the ones that lined up on the left side. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
spring and bananas and stuff like that. Check those.
Okay, let's see what we got here.
Check the.
They're all considerably better than what we was looking at Tuesday night. This one looks real good. Spacing on it, everything. I like it. It's number 6 there.
Yeah. Well, it's going to get better. It, pull up the screen one. I mean spring.
Spring.
Spring. Yeah, it's spring.
I don't have one that says it's. Oh yeah, there it
Yeah,
is. Spark down in spring. Yeah, I see it now. All right. Oh, that and it looks real
see,
good except for the headline there.
yeah, the headline didn't look like that when I fixed it.
I know
I don't know what happened.
it does that to me too. So a lot.
I don't know what the deal is. It lines up those. That was one of the ones that lined up down the left side, and I fixed the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, and it didn't look like that when I published it. So I don't know. I try.
I usually fix it when it does like this. I usually fix it by making the headline a smaller font.
Yeah.
And smaller font will tend to make it fit on the line, fit between the edges better. But the rest of it looks good. It's a lot easier to read this way, you know.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the advice. You know.
Well, Mister.
Don't think you're gonna be. Don, don't think you're gonna make me mad when you're trying to help me.
Well, that's never my intention.
Yeah.
If I intended to make someone angry, I could do a lot better job at it.
Oh man.
See, that one was lined up all the way up in the left side in the center of the screen, the one you got up right now. It
Yeah.
was blank on the right side, so I fixed it.
Yeah. Well, it looks good. This one does. You don't have a headline on this one, so yeah. But yeah. But it looks good. You know, like I said before, you know, it's a lesson that I've been given for many years now, that white space sells. And
Yeah.
it's simply because it just makes it easier to read. And this one, it looks real good. Now, I don't know if you can see the where it says leave
Yeah, I can,
leave
but
comment.
I don't know why. I don't know why it don't look like that when I bring it up on my screen.
No,
I don't understand why it's running together like that.
I don't know why it does that. Mine do that a lot. And sometimes the first comment somebody leaves winds up being superimposed over the top of this, these lines right here. I don't know why it does that either. A lot of times, if I just go back up and refresh the screen, it'll come back out right. But
Yeah, I get that occasionally too, but if I refresh, it usually comes out okay. I leave as much as 4 or 5 spaces between the last writing I have on the page, and then I'll hit the carriage return sometimes 4 or 5 times and leave a lot of space between there.
yeah,
Thinking that might do something to it, but even I've had that problem even with that.
yeah, I don't know why it does that. When they, we didn't used to have problems, but when they changed the editor so that you could use HTML, which was meant to be an improvement to make it better, but when they did that, then we started having these problems like this, and some other problems, and I don't know why, but like I said before when you could just use text in there, it did well, but after they added where you could fixed it's the right word, so that you could use HTML, it started looking this way. Good evening, this is Mike in Georgia. You've reached the winning team training call. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hi, Mike.
Mr.
It's
Dave.
Reverend Dave. I'm sorry I'm late. I got tied up doing some other business and got lost the time, so I'm sorry I'm late.
Well, we'll forgive you this time.
Good evening,
What about
Reverend
next
Dave.
time?
Well,
How
I
you doing,
can't
Don?
I can't promise next time, but
Good.
we will this time.
Good evening,
Okay.
Reverend Dave.
Hi, David. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
So it's an all-male
Real good.
crew tonight, huh?
Yeah, we're all male crew. I don't know. A lot of times Marnie has problems getting in here on Thursday evening, and Sandy left me a note earlier on Skype that said she's not going to be on tonight. She's got something else going or something. So it might be just all male crew tonight, but that's all right. That's all right.
Well, scroll all the way down to the bottom. I got my AdSense set up
Well,
over there on the left. Well, it's supposed to be there.
it's supposed to be, huh?
Yeah, it is when I pull mine up. I don't know why it's not there.
That's strange. It didn't seem to be there. That's all the way to the bottom. I don't know. It may have something to do with my screen, the way resolution on my screen.
Okay. It might be the size of it too, because it's coming in smaller to me than it is on my screen.
Yeah, well, that's entirely possible. I'm gonna look at it on a different screen here and see what it looks like here. Let's see, that one was bananas, wasn't it? What we was looking at? Well, we were just scrolling all the way to the bottom. Now I got another screen that has a different resolution on it, and I'm not seeing anything on this one either.
Well, maybe they kicked it off. I don't know.
Well, I don't know why they would have, but who knows why they do things sometimes.
It was there yesterday.
Look at,
I sure am glad I didn't have 100 PRs to fix.
yeah. Let's see here. Go over here. I thought maybe if we went to your profile, your home page there, it might have been on there, but it doesn't appear to be there either. So
I don't know. I don't know how to get to my other stuff when I got this screen sharing up.
you could probably minimize the screen sharing and look, but
All right, we'll try that. What's going on here? All right. It's there on my screen. It says Garcinia, Cambodia warning. ConsumerView.org. Shocking, here's what we found when we researched Garcinia, Cambodia, however they say it.
however they say that.
Landscaper. Huh?
I said however they say that. I can't pronounce that either. You know, that's strange. I wonder why it shows on yours, but it doesn't show on mine.
It's there. That ain't fair, because you can click on it and make me some money.
Well, I could, but not if it ain't there. That's strange.
Yeah. It's there. Okay, I'm back up on the screen share.
Yeah. That's really, really strange. Because I know I see it on Don's. You know, when
I don't understand why it's on mine and not when it goes out like as a PR, you know.
let me look at Don's latest PR here and see what it. Well,
He's got an inbox viewer there. I see.
I don't see the. That's where it's supposed to be, isn't it? Right there.
Now it says view new messages.
Yeah.
That's trying to get him to download something, probably.
Yeah. I want you to download
Yeah,
something
see? Yeah. I've had those and I ain't downloading nothing.
there. I don't blame you. I don't download things like that either. But you know,
There's Don.
yeah.
There's his advertisement right there.
It just popped up. Let me look here. I don't know why we don't see it on yours. It's real
Well,
confusing.
I got on
maybe
went to David's page and I don't see it either.
well, I guess I'm having to wait on Google. I don't know. Because I took it off my other website, the one that I use for landscaping,
Mm-hmm.
and I copied the HTML and then changed the numbers changed it to 160 by 600 so it would fit over there, and it's on my screen. I don't understand why.
I don't either. Because when I go to Don's, it's on Don's. Maybe they're just waiting to find something appropriate for your page, and I don't know.
No, that could be too.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
probably having to wait on them. Because I just did it, I don't know, 2 days ago. So maybe it's taking Google some time.
It might. It does sometimes. Reverend Dave, you got anything exciting going on this week or tonight?
I've discovered new and exciting ways to get women to submit to us better.
Oh,
I don't
spill
know.
it.
I don't know if I want to go there or not.
It's new and exciting. Guaranteed to start a fight.
Oh, man.
I don't need any help doing that.
The mere words of submit and obey are enough to send any woman into a frenzy.
Yeah.
You don't talk to me that way. No way you talk to me that way.
Yeah. That must be it. Google just waiting to find something appropriate for your page. Maybe they got to find some ads about bananas or something.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting the points. I'm throwing my documents out there, but I'm getting some points for it.
Yep.
Some people say I'm bananas.
Yeah.
Huh?
When I was in the Army, people used to say Dave Whitmer is crazy. Now I have 3 doctor signatures to prove it.
Now you got 3 doctor signatures to prove it, huh?
Yep. They say he is certifiable.
Oh, that's how you do that. I'm gonna try that on mine.
What's that?
Click on your name and it puts the password in there.
Well,
That's cool.
yeah, Google will remember your password if you tell it to.
No, I'm talking about Skyfork.
Well, yeah, but I'm using Google Chrome,
Yeah, so am I.
and Google Chrome on most any place where you got a form like that, it'll remember the information to plug into that form. All you got to do is just put in a couple of characters, and it'll go ahead and fill it in for you.
We just lost somebody.
Well, yeah, it sounded like somebody dropped off.
I'm still here.
You're still here, and I'm still here, and David's still here. I don't leave nothing but Reverend Dave. He must have got bumped out. I'm sure he'll be back momentarily. I run split screen here. If you can't see it because you're only seeing one screen of it, but I run
No,
Skype.
I can see. I can see your split screen.
Yeah, I run.
I see the Skype thing on the left and
Yeah.
the other one on the right. I don't know how to use that. That's why I downloaded Google Chrome, and it's one screen that I deal with.
Well,
I had problems using that split screen.
I run split screen so I can run Skype on here all the time, and then I use the other screen to do my work on. Sometimes it everything don't quite fit into the screen like it should. I have to slide it back and forwards like that.
I was in a pretty good mood this morning. You see my little son guy laughing and turning his head back and forth? He's laughing on the Skype thing.
Yeah, I see it right there. As long as you got the cup of coffee in there, you're doing good.
I gotta have my coffee, and I don't buy no coffee out. I don't spend $800 a year at Starbucks. I make
No.
coffee at home for pennies.
Yep. Well, I got one of those Keurig machines, but I don't buy the little K cups. I bought it. They got a thing where I can just put regular coffee in it and put it in the Keurig and make it cup at a time, which is.
Well, I do one of them 12 cup pots that I can program. And
Yeah.
it comes on at 4 in the morning. When I get up at 5, I got my coffee ready.
Yeah, I got one of them too, but most of the time I just use that little Keurig because when I'm up and having breakfast, most other people around here don't really drink a lot of coffee, so I make I use that, and I can make single cups of coffee like that, and it's good. But I don't have to pay all that big money for them K cups they call them.
Yeah.
I can just I just use that little adapter, and I put coffee in there and put it in the machine, and it works just fine. Works great. Let me ask you. I put it out on Skype this morning, I think it was Skype. Said, question for tonight. The question for tonight is, why are you in network marketing?
Me?
Well,
Why am I in?
anybody.
Well,
Anybody.
to
Yeah.
make to make relationships and try to make a living.
That's as good reason as any. That's as good reason as any. In fact, that's
See, because
probably the best
I-
reason.
I'm people really get on my nerves sometimes, you know, and and I need to learn some more people skills.
Well, that is a definite good goal for, and good reason for being in network marketing. And I will say, over the years, it has taught me a lot of people skills, and I really enjoy getting on here and talking to people. And I just wondered, why everybody was, in here involved in network marketing. What, you said you want to make a living at. What would it take to make a living? What would it take for you to make a living in network marketing?
Well, it'd be comfortable if I could make 10,000 a month, but it's not going to happen with Starkworth because my limit's 8,000.
Whoa. Let's talk about that. You're talking about $8,191.50 if you fill your matrix up.
Yeah.
But there's some other money involved there that 8,000 is just a drop in the bucket. It's just barely scratching the surface. You got your matching bonus. Your matching bonus. Let's talk about the matching bonus. When you sponsor someone personally, you earn 50% of everything that they make in their matrix. And if they make $8,191.50 in their matrix, you're gonna get half of that is gonna go in your pocket, which is a little over $4,000. So if you sponsor two people, I talk about two people being all you really need. If you sponsor two people and you fill the matrix up and they fill their matrix up, because they're going to go out and sponsor two people and teach them to sponsor two people, you're going to make $8,000 in your matrix, and then you're going to make $4,000 a piece off of the other two, which means another $8,000, which means you're going to be making $16,000 a month. Now, see, we just jumped way up over your 8,000, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm wanting that day to come.
But then,
I was out talking to people today about that.
Well, that's fantastic.
Trying to get them to come in on the call tonight.
That's the way to make it work. Talk to people. Everybody's not going to jump in business with you. They're just not going to do it. But some will.
Right.
And the more people you talk to, the more chance you got of bring people in. But like I said, if you just have two people and you teach them to duplicate what you've done, that's the key to it. That's the key to network marketing, is teach people to duplicate what you've done, what you're doing. And when you do that, you're looking at possibility of $16,000 there, but it doesn't stop there. Because if you'll go, in fact, let me pull up something here on the screen share. We got pay plan. Show you kind of what you're going to start off with. You can make $4 when you first sign up.
Well, I did that. I made $4.
You make $4. See, that's not really getting rich there. But
no.
you also get, enroller bonus. Every time you sponsor someone, you earn $25. And but it doesn't stop there, because every time they sponsor someone, you earn another $2.
Mm-hmm.
And then every time those people sponsor somebody, you earn another $1.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you become a 4-star and a 5-star, you start earning. You get $1 every time somebody in your downline comes in, no matter where they are, no matter how deep they are. So you got about $30 there that you can start making. And if you go ahead and qualify for the 3-star plus, you know what the difference between 3-star and 3-star plus is?
No.
Okay, well, that's why we on this
I've
call.
read it, but I don't remember.
Well, that's why we're on this call, is so you'll learn what the 3-star plus is. But 3-star plus is when you sign up and join at the yearly plus membership level. You earn, not every time you sponsor someone, you earn $25, just like always. That's your fast start, bonus for referring someone, bringing them in. But you all, when you sponsor that person, the first person up line from them that is 3-star plus rated, in other words, they've come in at the yearly plus membership level, then they earn an extra $25 too. In other words, that makes $50. If you're the one that sponsored them and you are a yearly plus membership, you earn $50 instead of 25. See, it gets even better. It gets even better. Of course, you got your matrix commission, and you can see right there you're $8,191.50. That's pretty good. But then you got the matching bonuses. That's what we was talking about before. As a 1-star, when you're a 1-star level, you start earning 50% matching bonus, check matching. And you know what? If you sponsor the first 2 people in your matrix, not sit around and wait for somebody else to sponsor them and have spillover there or whatever. But if you sponsor those first 2 people, you fill your front row up, then you earn 50% of basically off of everything and everybody in your whole matrix. It's the way it works out. You earn 50% of what everybody in your matrix earns. So it gets nice there. But when you become a 2-star, you earn 50% of the people you personally sponsor, and you earn 20% of everybody on your second level, second generation, no matter who sponsored them. And then you got your 3-star, which when you sign up at the yearly level, which is what we try to encourage everybody to do, you add another 10% you start earning a matching bonus on the 3rd generation. And then, of course, 3-star plus, you also earn that same 10% on the 3rd generation. But 4th generation, you earn an extra 5% when you become a 4-star, and you earn an extra 3% when you come. I'm not going to do the math. I'm just not going to do it, because I ain't that smart in math. But I'm smart enough to figure out there's a lot of money there. That's a lot of money. Adds up. And this screen here shows you coded overrides. And this is the one that ought to be exciting everybody. This little screen right here ought to be exciting everybody. It's called a rank advancement bonus. It's a one-time deal. It's not one that's residual. You just get it one time. But when you qualify 4-star, you earn $100 bonus. A bunch of us got that $100 bonus. They pay it. They good about paying it. You know how to make 4-star? You know the quickest way to make become a 4-star?
Sponsor 2 people.
Sponsor
and
2 people.
And have them duplicate what I do.
Well, absolutely, you want them to duplicate what you do, but to become a 4-star, you sponsor 2 people at the yearly level. Because when they sign up at the yearly level, that's the $149.95 to sign up. They automatically become 3-star. And when you have 2 people that you've personally sponsored that are 3-star, you become a 4-star. Just that simple. That simple. Now you can do it. You know, you can go back and come in at the unranked level, at the yearly level, the $49.95 to start with, and $9.95 a month, and you can get up to 4-star. You can earn your way up to 4-star, but it takes a whole lot more people in your group, and it takes a whole lot more time and effort. The easiest thing in the world to do is just go out and sponsor those 2 people, fill that front row up, and fill it up with them being at the yearly, coming in at the yearly level, so that they're automatically a 3-star. But what happens, what makes it really good, is when you teach those 2 people to become 4-stars. And how do they become a 4-star? Just what you did. They go out and sponsor 2 people at the yearly level. They sponsor 2 3-stars, and they become a 4-star. And when you got 2 4-stars personally, when you personally sponsored 2 4-stars, you get a $500 bonus. What would you do with an extra $500? Just to, you could buy a lot of Starbucks for that, couldn't you?
Yeah, but I'd probably buy a couple pairs of shoes.
All right. Well,
or a suit.
Would you, if you go out and do it again, and now you have, and I'm talking about having 4 4-stars personally sponsored. The first 2, and then you go out and find 2 more. Teach them to find 2 more each, and they become 4-stars. So now you have 4 4-stars. When you have 4 4-stars, you get a little bit more than $500. You become a 5-star elite. And 5-star elite, you can see right there on the chart, pays you $50,000. What would you do with $50,000?
I'd probably buy a hybrid car.
Just one?
Yeah, probably just one.
Well, you know what? If 2 of those 4-stars that pushed you up to that level, if 2 of those 4-stars, if they saw what you was doing and they saw you earn $50,000, you reckon they might be even just a little bit motivated to go out and get that $50,000 for themselves?
Yeah.
And you know what happens when 2 of them went out and got $50,000 apiece? You can see it right there on the chart.
I become a Diamond Star Elite.
You're a Diamond Star Elite, and you earn $500,000. That's a $500,000.
Mm-hmm.
It's only a one-time bonus, but what could you do with a $500,000?
Quite a bit. Pay the house off and take a 6-month vacation.
Well, altogether there on that rank advancement bonuses, you got $550,000, $550,600 in bonuses. It just, I don't know. You said you was limited to $8,000 earlier. You see where you might be able to make a little bit more than that 8,000.
Yeah. Yep.
Now what you go? Now why are you doing this?
To make money.
To make money. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I want to do, is make money.
Okay. But
I don't want to get greedy and egoed, though.
Not, that's not greedy. It's out there. It's offered to you.
Right.
Not a Kazam is sitting there dangling in front of your face and wanting, all you got to do is reach out and grab it.
Right.
Just reach out and
I'm
get it.
trying. I'm talking to folks.
I know you are. I know you are. How can we help you?
Well, I don't. I don't know. Uh,
You want to know something? I'm I'm
you've
I'm
already helped me quite a bit.
I'm
You know,
trying my.
you've helped me.
I'm willing to do everything in this world I can to help you succeed. And you know something? I don't make a dime for it. Don't make a dime for it. Did you ever
Yeah,
think about that?
yeah, I do think about that
So why do I do that?
because you get that good feeling in your stomach because you helped me.
Well, it's not just you. I look to help as many people as I can because I know that it comes back to me. The more people I help succeed, the more people I help get, what they want out of life, then ultimately the end product is the more chance I have of getting what I want. But by helping, that's what the winning team's all about. We're out here to help network marketers. We're here to help because by helping network marketers come in and succeed, then we're building a reputation for the business, for the industry. We're, so, you know, people realize that real, it's a real job, if you want to call it a job. It's a real legitimate way of making a livable income. And that's why I do it, because I want I want to just I want people to look at network marketing and not say, "Oh, that's that pyramid thing." You know, you can't believe how many
Or,
times I've heard that. "Oh, that's that pyramid thing." You know.
yeah, and I've heard Ponzi scheme and scam and all kinds of stuff.
Mhm. And that's why that I work. I work as much and hard as I can to help people succeed because I want to affect the image. I want to affect the reputation of network marketing. I want people to understand that it is a real, legitimate way of making a living. And it don't matter how much money you want. You can set a goal. You can get anything you want out of life if you just help enough other people. A good friend of mine, good friend of my family's, went to school with my mother, and that's what he used to teach all the time. I'm sure you've heard of him, Zig Ziglar. He
Yeah, I've heard of it.
he's not a friend anymore, I guess, because he passed away. But he was a good friend. He was a good mentor, a good teacher. I've sat with him countless hours, and that's the one thing that he taught more than anything else is that you can have anything in life you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. So that's why I ask you tonight, what do you want out of network marketing? What do you want out of it? Why are you doing it? Because when I know what you want, I know what I got to do to help you. And when I help you, then I'm pushing myself down the road towards success. I'm I'm preaching to y'all, aren't I? But that thought came to my mind today. It just you know, and that's why I put out there. I said the question for the night was, why are you in network marketing? What do you want out of it? What do you want to do? Because that's the way we can get what we want is by helping other people get there.
Well, that's my whole life. That's all I've ever done is help others. You know, uh, but see, I'm not getting any younger, and the heat gets to me because I've got fibromyalgia, and I've got to find another way to make an income. So
I,
that
I think you have found it, friend. I think you have found it. You just have to make it work now. You just have to, and just what I told you before, and you have done what we told you before. You will succeed. It will happen. It will
yeah,
happen.
I've done everything you told me,
You have done it.
and you've taught me quite a bit.
Not just me, but Don and other people too. You know, we've
Well,
got
I
some.
know that Don's big help. I appreciate Don.
And we appreciate you. You know, believe it or not, we do. I really do. I appreciate you being here.
Yeah, you're a good positive influence, David.
Well, I try, you know, I try to be positive all the time.
I guess if you boil down everything I'm asking, what I'm asking is, when you need help, if you need help, if you got a question, you know, we got answers. We got answers for you, and we're just thrilled to death to do anything we can to help you. Uh, the best way I know to help you, though, is when you talking to people, and I know you're doing it. I know you're doing it. I know you're out there, but when you're talking to people, you know, invite them to come, not only just to these calls, but to the winning team. You know, invite people to go ahead and join the winning. The winning team is free. It always has
Right.
been. It's always going to be free for people to join, because that's what the winning team is helping other people succeed. And you know, so
Well, I got something for you. You know, you can help me with. I need 2,000 in my downline. That's going to come in at the yearly level.
I can show you how to get there.
Yeah.
I can show you how to do that. Now I'll be glad. But rather than me doing it, there's if you go to the website, the team website, there's videos. We got videos. If you go to your Skyfork back office, there's videos. There's training. It's
Yeah,
there.
I've been
It's
what? That's why I have so many Google accounts. I've got 3 of them because I was going to try to use SafeList, you know, and I'm not sure how to do that yet. You know, had told me that I'd get like 500,000 emails a day. You know,
yeah. I
I'm
just
practicing.
2 days ago, I just deleted 754,000 emails out of my safe list box. You know, because I don't read them. I don't read them. What I do is I scan them. I just scan them. I'm looking for information, and I may get the information I'm looking for. I'm looking for their name. I'm looking for what business they're in. What do they do? What are they looking for? I'm looking for their email address, their phone number, and when I get that information, then I know how to follow up. I know what to do and to follow up with them. And but anybody that doesn't have that information, you know, their email just gets deleted. I don't waste my time reading it. Uh,
Right.
and I get maybe one good email that has the information that I'm looking for, the right information. I maybe get one good one out of every 150 emails that I scan, and you know, so they're there. And it's a little effort, a little work, uh, but it pays off in the long run, because those people that I find that have that information in their thing, I know they're serious. I know they're serious about finding it. I also know that in most cases they probably need some help, or they wouldn't be advertising on Safe List to start with.
Yeah.
But they probably need help, and I can help them. So my first thing that I do is I try to introduce myself and develop a little relationship. Find out about them. There's a acronym FORM, FORM, that it stands for family, occupation, recreation, and money. And when I get involved in a conversation with people, or you know, whether it be email or on the phone or chatting or whatever, I try to build my conversation around form. I try to find out, a little bit about them, about their family, and things like that. Not getting personal, not getting, not trying to pry into things. I just want to know a little bit about them. I want to know what they do, what their occupation is. Are they full time in the business, or do they have a job? What kind of job do they have? Uh, and then I look for recreation. How do they like to spend their recreation time? I get to know them. I get to help them start dreaming a little bit and building a dream. You know, through you know learning about how they like, what recreation they like, and what are they interested in. They like to go to a ball game, or do they like to go to the beach? They like to go to the mountains. Just what do they like? How do they entertain themselves or whatever? And then finally, and it's at the end for a reason, but finally, I get around to what kind of money are they looking for? What kind of income do they need? Uh, are they interested in saving some money? Or are they interested in making, an extra $100 a month, $200 a month? Would they rather make that $500,000 that we had as a Diamond Star Elite? You know, and not everybody's looking out there looking to make $1 million. There are some people that, honest and truly, if they could make a couple $100 a month extra, it would change their life. It would mean everything in the world to them. And that's what I'm looking for, because if you got someone that you're talking to and $100 a month is all they want, if that's all they want out of life, if that would affect their life and improve their lifestyle, and that's all they want, then you don't want to go out there and start pitching $1 million a month or $1 million a year or whatever, because they're not interested, and they're not going to believe that they can make that money. Not to start with. Down the road,
Right.
they'll grow, and your relationship will grow, and you may get to that point where you can talk to them about making big money like that. But to start off with, if all they're looking for is $100 a month, that's where you want to do. You want to talk to them about the $100 a month. You want to build a dream around what that $100 a month would do for them. And when you've done that, then you've got someone that is willing to listen to what you have to say. They're willing to listen to what you have to offer them to help them get that $100 a month. And when you do that, you sponsor them. By that time, you've already sponsored them. All you got to do is just make it formal and get their name on the dotted line. But then you don't stop, because you want to help and teach them to do what you've just done, and you want to teach them form. And that's the way you build a relationship. I'm not the relationship marketing diva like Michelle is, and I'm not a super writer. Like, I consider Don a super writer because I really enjoy reading what he writes. Uh, you know, but that's where my talent lies is I talk to people. I learned how to talk to people. It's not something I learned right off the bat when I first got in this industry. It's not something I knew. I tell you what, the telephone was the hardest thing in the world for me to pick up. But I love talking to people now simply because, and that's what I do. That's what I do is form. And when I find that I have built that relationship, I have all the information I need to help them and help them achieve what in their mind is their goal, and show them how to get what they want out of life. And once you do that, you've started to build that relationship. You started to build a team, and the team will grow. And when the team grows, then you'll find that your goals become more real to you. Your goals become, you know, they start to look more achievable. And then you quit thinking about $8,000 and you start thinking about $100,000 a month, $200,000 a month. You know, what do you want? That's the reason I asked earlier. Why are you in this business? What do you want out of this business? What do you want to achieve? What would it take for you to feel like you have become successful? Success is not the same thing for everybody. It doesn't
I
mean the
want to
same thing.
I want to become a 5-star elite.
Okay.
A diamond.
Why do you want to be a 5-star diamond elite?
Because I could use that $500,000.
What would you do with it?
Well, I'd pay off the house and invest some, probably.
What would you invest it in?
My future.
Your future. Okay, that's good. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, David. I'm not picking on you, but that's what you do. That's the way that you build a network marketing business. You build a relationship, and you build a relationship by finding out these things. But more than that, you've got to have those things in your mind fixed. I mean, burn in your mind where that's just your main drive. And number one is, do you have those things written down? Have you written
Yeah, in my brain.
in your brain? Have you written them
Yeah.
down on paper? Have you written them down in your
No.
journal? Do you keep
No,
a journal?
to be honest with you, no, I haven't. I will, though, now
Oh.
that you mention it.
That's
I spend every moment I got trying to figure stuff out on this thing. I was trying to build a list in this Excel that I learned from whatever her name is on the videos in the back office of Cyfort, and I'm having trouble saving them.
Erica.
What happens is if I hit the save button, it clears it out for some reason, and it goes to the cloud. So I can find it in the OneDrive, but I don't understand what's going on. Yeah.
Well, when you make a list in Excel, and then when you save it, it goes away.
Yeah, it's something I'm not doing something right. It goes up into the cloud, into OneDrive, and I can find it there, but it's not saving it in Excel. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
We'll have to look into that, because that's the way I build my list. Is and I do make a list. That's what I do with SafeList. Is when I get emails and I find that one person that I want to build a relationship with, then I add them to my list, and I use Excel to make that list with.
Well, some of the people that I've met through IBO is not worth having relationships with. Some of them. You know.
You are absolutely 100% correct. That's why when you start when you meet a new prospect and you start talking with them, and whether you're talking on the phone or talking face to face, or chatting with them, whatever, email, but that's why you use form. You start using form. That, I mean, you can identify real quick when you start working through form in your conversation, in your chats and whatever, that if this is a person I feel like I can build a future with. Or you might say, well, I don't think this person's going anywhere. And I don't recommend judging anyone until until you have gone through form and you find out what their goals are and what they want out of life. And you know some people, they're not worth wasting your time on. Be honest with you. And I
Yeah.
hate to say it that way, because I'm you know one of my main goals in life is to help everybody. I would like to help everybody. I understand, and that's one of the hardest lessons I ever had to learn, is I can't help everybody. Some people,
Right.
some people, I just can't help them, and it's not because I don't want to, but once go through form and I learn about them. I learn what their goals are and what they want out of life, and then I know what I can do to help them, or if I can help them. And if I can't, then I try to refer them to someone I think can help them, and I move on, and I look for the next one. Uh,
Right.
so you know, you get back to what you've heard me say before. Some will, some won't. So what? Next. Well, that's kind of my philosophy. But I'm going to give everybody the opportunity and chance. So that I can, to succeed. But some people I can't help. But I'm sure going to try. uh, but I figure out. That's how I figure out. You know, is this someone I can help? Is this someone I have something that I can offer them? Either my knowledge, or my opportunity, my business, you know, or my relationships with others that I can refer him to, or refer them to. You know, but I can, by going through form, I learn what it takes, that and what I have that I can use to help them. Because there again, I'm getting right back to the same thing. If I help them, then I'm helping myself. I'm
Yeah, but I'm new, and I got with one guy on IBO, and he told me, I sent him an email, and this was before I even got into internet marketing. And I sent him an email, and he didn't ever respond to it. And then I talked to him about 3 or 4 months later, and he says, well, give me a message on IBO. And I gave him a message on IBO, and he never responded to that. So people like that, just ain't worth wasting your time with.
well, you know, you're right. You're right. And
That's the way I look at it. If you extend your hand and they don't take it, then why waste your time on them?
no,
Well,
right.
it wasn't my hand. It was, I wanted to learn something about it, and I was trying to learn something. And now, every time I send a PR out, it triggers him. He'll get in there and send PRs about, Empower Network, which I'm not going to join, because I got on that screen one time, and I'd never been on that screen where the question screen that they have. I'd never been on there, so I was reading it and trying to figure out what to do with it. And Dr. Messemup got on there and told me to beat it. I said, okay, I'll beat it.
Oh Well, I don't want to cut you off, but we've gone over our hour here. Uh, Let me ask you, Don, you've got anything else you want to add tonight? Add to the conversation? I've kind of monopolized things, but it's just some things that have been on my heart tonight. So,
Oh, I found out today that the IBO cloaker that you cloak links in,
yes,
Twitter is considering that a spam cloaker now.
I found that out.
Yeah, I did too. I clicked one of my links that was cloaked with IBO, and I clicked it on Twitter just to see what would happen, and it said danger or something like that. That this is a link to a spam site or something like that. So I went around and I'm trying to remove everything that I've got that IBO cloaker on, and switch it over to Google.
Yep.
Google's cloaker.
Yep. I've learned the same thing. Go ahead, Dave.
That's something I need to learn because I've been coming to places, some of the websites I try to go to that they give me links to. My screen jumps up at me and says, "Whoa, do you really want to go there?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I've had that problem too, and then I can go back. It's Twitter's the one I have the most trouble with the using the IBO like that, and it'll come up and tell me that IBO is the link there is spam, and I can go back and use the direct link uncloaked and everything, and it'll go through and accept it. So I don't know why it's happening other than the fact that maybe IBO's popularity and people using those just got to be so big that they have, they're seeing the IBO.com so often. I know we've had.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. Well, it's like Skyforp. Skyforp on Facebook is considered spam, and I think it's because
Yes.
a lot of the newbies, they just spammed the heck out of the walls with Skyforp. And I think it's probably the same thing with IBO. The spammers have just run it into the ground, gave it a bad name.
Yep. I think you're right. I believe you're right. And
Yeah, I know a couple of people that probably was involved in that.
well, for the most part, you got people doing that. They're not doing it maliciously. They're doing it because they don't know. They have not learned, and that's our job. That's our job to teach them, so that so that we can protect the
Well,
industry.
I'm glad I got put in the winning team. I've learned more in the winning team than I did anywhere.
Linworth did you a real favor. He's done a lot of other people a real favor too. A lot of people don't see it, and they don't what's the word I'm looking for? Engage. That's the word I'm looking for. They don't engage. They don't take advantage of what is there for them to help them.
Well, I've only missed one call since.
Well, you had some good reasons. If you'd have missed a bunch of them, you had good reasons there. So I understood that you went through quite a time. Yes.
I was even in the hospital on the call and talking to you.
Yeah. But like I said, we're here to help. One of the best things you can do to help other people, and that's to invite them to the winning team. Invite them to come join the winning team. Tell them it's free. It's not going to cost them anything. They only going to benefit. They're only going to learn. And by doing that, people come in and they learn, and they begin to see what's there, the opportunity for them to succeed, and when they do, you do. So anyway, like I said, we're pushing on time here.
10 over.
I don't want to cut anybody off, but if you got anything you want to say, go ahead and let's say it. But other than that, I'm gonna say good night, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody again Tuesday night.
Good night.
All right. Good night, Mike. Thank you. Good night, David.
Good night, Don.
Good night, everyone.
To stop conference recording, press 1. Your conference recording has stopped.